This episode is brought to you by Enhanced CBD, bringing you the best CBD products on the market. Head over to their website and use code SUPERNECESSARY for 10% off at checkout.
It's also brought to you by Forces Fightwear, bringing you premium boxing equipment and apparel. Go to their website and use code SUPERNECESSARY10 for 10% off.
And it's also brought to you by Performance Box, high quality sports supplements launching the 2nd of July. Use code SUPERNECESSARY for 10% off your subscription. Hello and welcome back to Super Necessary. Today I'm delighted to say that we're joined by Cage Warriors bantamweight contender, Weslley Magic Maia. How you doing, mate? You okay?
Yes, so good, guys. Nice to be here and talk to you. It's so good. Hot day, happy guy. I'm a happy guy. What is that? When the weather is hot, I'm a happy guy, man.
Yeah, it's lovely today.
So, tell us how you got started in combat sports.
When I start, or how?
How you got started.
Okay, so basically when I was a kid, I was a really small guy, like they're smaller in the school, they're smaller in the mat, so I started that like that. I was just looking for some things like, I was just like looking to learn how to defend myself, in the fight situation, because man, Brazil is like people get a smoke at the school so easily in Brazil, so I was like, come on, I need to start to learn how to defend myself. So I started like a joke, let's say, just trying to learn some movement, some techniques, and that becomes my work, like becomes my dream, and yeah, like. That's all what I do now,
Yeah, and then so who come up with the nickname then, Magic? Where did that come from?
I had a different nickname when I came from Brazil. But after a couple of fights here in some local shows, before I got into Cage Warriors, started signing into Cage Warriors. I think because of my striking, the way who I move, my fakes, and all this shit, some people just start to call me like Magic, and then on social medias, and then I like that. My coach as well, I think he was like one of the first ones to say, "Man, you are fucking good. Like your movement is like it's just magic, some shit like this." And I'll say, "Oh man, come on, I like this nickname." So here I am. So every time I go there, every time I go to the cage, I just try to do some magic shit to the fans.
Yeah, and it works with Magic Maia as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Good.
So what was your nickname before Magic?
My nickname before was Pia, and that don't sound like, that was the reason as well that I decided to change for Magic, because it's a cool name, and then Pia is like, in Brazil that means, in Portuguese that means little boy, let's say, or small boy, little boy, I can say, you know what I'm saying? Because as I say to you, I was a small kid when I was a kid.
So not too flattered than before.
Yeah, not too. Small guy, but now a violent small guy.
That's it. You love the beautiful violence.
Yes, I love that. That's my favorite thing, bro.
So what was behind your decision to move to the UK?
Man, like I was bored. Not bored, but I want to explore some different things on my career as a fighter, So I was in Brazil. Everything was so easy for me. I had a car to drive around. Had a big gym to train. I was a professional already, so but everything was so comfortable to be there, So I just wanted to leave my comfortable zone. So I just feel like, man, I got to do something different, I don't want to be the like one more Brazilian fight, doing like 15 fights in Brazil before got a call from UFC or something like this, I wanted to learn some English as well, because back in that time I could not even like speak like nothing. So yeah, that's what gave me the motivation to come to the UK, because I wanted more opportunities as a fighter. And then test myself in a different country, you know, learn some things, like different things as well, because life is experience, you know. So I just wanted to experiment, like to experience like some different things from I had in my hometown, and how to say, just leave the comfortable zone, and here we are.
Yeah. And what would you say is like the biggest differences with competing in Brazil and UK?
Well, I think that for me, because I come from a small town in Brazil, you know, I don't come from the big towns like Rio de Janeiro, São Paulo. So I come from a small town. I'm a guy from more of the country, from a city called Boa Vista, Roraima. Is near to Amazonas, where Jose Aldo come from. So I just want to, man, it's like the difference here, I can say, is I think the promotions has more exposes or more views, you know, more, you know what I'm saying? Like, more opportunities. I think that the shows here they are like a better platform to be in and expose my skills as a fighter, my you know, my personality as well, and all these things, like, and build myself to the top and go to UFC one day. I know it's you know, it's what's gonna happen soon. So
so how important has Brad Pickett been in your evolution as a fighter?
Oh man, he's so important on my progress as a fighter, not just as a fighter, but as a person as well. Because, as I say to you guys, here I have a completely different lifestyle, you know. I had to struggle a lot in the beginning because I could not speak English as well, you know, like I could not even speak in English. So I had to work in many different jobs. So, man, Brad Pickett, since day one, since I met him for the first time, he's always the guy who teach me some it's like not just about techniques, not just about skills, but he teach me that he's a great example as a man as well, you know, as a family guy, and bro, he's so important. Like I cannot explain enough like how important it is to my game, to my game, my fight game, to my skills, to my style. He taught me a lot of wrestling, you know, because when we meet the first time, he said to me, man, your striking is fucking great, but we need to building your wrestling skills, and then you're going to be a very good fighter. And I said to him, that's where I came from, so I'm here, coach. I'm here to do whatever you do, whatever we need to do, you know, to get at the top. So he's so important. He's the main guy on my progress, I can say.
Yeah, I mean, he's a legend. He's been there. He's done it all. I mean, are you learning sort of new from him every day, would you say?
Yes, every day. And the guys it's just not because there's like many different coaches on that business, right? But he's the kind of coach, the kind of guy who he has the real experience of the game. He was there inside the cage, you know. He did some brilliant fights. And the other crazy thing is, when I start training MMA, my first MMA coach, he showed me some guys in fighting MMA because I have like a kickboxing background, you know. So he said to me, "Oh, you should start to do some jiu-jitsu, and then eventually we're gonna start mixing up the skills for you to do MMA." And then I say, "Oh, that sounds great." So, but what is MMA, coach? I said to him, and then he said to me, he showed me some guys fighting, you know, and one of these guys was Brad Pickett, bro. So I had like 14 years old, and that was like, oh fuck, man, that's great. I wanted to do that. He showed me like Brad Pickett. He showed me like Dominic Cruz. He showed me some of these guys, you know, the old school guys. And then I say to him, these fights who they showed me was not even on UFC, was on WAC, you know, the blue cage. So I was like, man, fuck, I wanted to do that, you know? That bounce looks cool. That guidance looks nice. I think no one's going to mess with me if I do that. So I wanted to be like these guys. And then, bro, 6 years after that, I just meet Brad Pickett. and so, man, life's crazy. So when I met him for the first time, was like, bro, I was like, oh, fuck, I was watching that guy on YouTube a long time ago, and now I'm here, I'm going to train with this guy, and so every day, man, he's a fucking funny guy, he's just some person incredible to be around. His energy, the way who he talk. I never went to the gym and the guy was like worried about something or sad about something. He's always the same, man. Sometimes I was like worried about something or maybe a little bit sad, and just by be near to him, you start to get happy again. You start to just he's a legend. Much love for him. Grateful to work with him.
Yeah, he's a great guy. He's very down to earth.
Yes.
So we seen a video from inside the gym, and I think it was you and Brad were doing body shots with each other, and I think Brad won. Is it important?
No, listen, I let him won because he's the boss. I just let him won.
How important is it, do you think, to be able to have a bit of fun in the gym while you're still training?
For me, it's very important, because I know there's a lot of guys who they like to. For many guys, for many fighters, that it's all about hard work. You know what I mean? But hard work doesn't need to be fun. You know what I'm saying? It's like when I go to the hotel, for example, I have to quarantine for some fight. I'm very, very focused and what I got to do to pick the win, to make the whole hard work pays off. But at the end of the day, it's about enjoy the process as well, for me. So for me, it's like to have a fun in the gym, to train with great guys. Has Nathaniel Wood, his energy as well is amazing. It's incredible, So to have a fun with these guys in the gym makes the hard work be a little bit more easy to handle, to work with. So it's just great, man. It's like people's some people they think like for you to get make progress and get at the top, you got to just look to the ground and then be fucking. It's like be stressful. I don't like to be stressful about anything because I'm the guy who was asking for God and oh God, it's like I want to follow my dream, I want to chase my dream. So I have the opportunity to lead my dream every day. So I got to be grateful for that. I got to feel great, to be happy for it. So because many people they just went to their job, they hate their job, they do whatever they say, they do things who they don't want to do with their lives, So that's not my case. So for me to have this kind of fun in the gym, it's just make the hard work be more nice to do, better, more easy.
Yeah, definitely. So obviously your last time out didn't go as planned. Have you had a chance to watch that fight back? And if so, what would you change about it? Would you change your approach or anything?
Yeah, that was a great fight. But what I can say about the fight, every time I watch that fight, I don't like to talk like, oh, I missed because of this, I lost because of this, I lost because of that, because I hate to excuse, I like to talk the loss, it's like the loss, it lost like a man, Otherwise, I'm not going to change whatever I got to change to improve and pick the win in the next fight, you know what I'm saying? If I keep saying like, oh, because of this, because of that. But that fight was basically I just lost that fight because I went fatigued, I was inefficient. That's the word. I just didn't manage my energy how I should do. What I'm saying?
Yeah.
I did a lot of mistakes. Probably wasn't the nutrition as well after the weigh-in. I didn't have the proper food. I have like a crazy fast metabolism system because I don't have like much body fat on my body. So I have to eat before my fights. Many fights that doesn't have to eat. They feel good, but it's not my case. I got to have a food. So I didn't eat before that fight. The gym where we used to training as well was closed. So I didn't have like sparring in the cage. I was training in the garage with a friend of mine, Imran. He's going to be fighting the same day than me as well. So I just didn't put the proper work for that fight, you know. But I took the risk. I took the fight. So it's all my fault. It's no one's fault. It's not my coach's fault. It's my fault. You know what I'm saying? I'm the only one who brings food to my mouth. So I should have to eat more. I should have eaten better, you know. And yeah, I just went fatigue. Like, and then you can be great, but once you get fatigued, all these skills go out. You know, you're not gonna be the same guy if you got fatigue. So it's just that, you know. It's like I don't like to take anything away from my opponent. He eat a lot of hard shots, you know. I punch and it's like I make him suffer a lot, and especially in the first round. And so he took the shots as a man as well. You know what I'm saying? Many guys could have just like sleep and be like died on that shot. Like, so I mean, yeah, man. I don't like to, you know. I cannot forget. Like in the end of the day, there's another guy across of the cage who work hard as well, harder than me or hard like me to pick the win as well, you know. So, but that fight, basically, my biggest mistake was energy. I just went fatigue. I didn't make a lot of. I didn't training like conditioning how I should do, you know. So I pay for it. That's it. I went fatigue, and I lost the fight.
So you learn from that mistake on you next time round. Yeah. You improve that, and that's what you get.
But for example, what I did different from that fight to the next one? I was too light for bantamweight division as well, because I used to be a flyweight before. So so I was quite keen for that on that fight as well. I was like on that fight night, I was like 65 kg. My opponent was around like 69. All the bantamweights, they are around these, you know, in the fight night. 69, some of them, the big ones, like 17, 71. So it doesn't make like so much difference in the striking skills, but does make a bit different when it goes to the ground skills. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because it's about push and pull. And the feet is more about like timing, speed. So I'm cool for that. You know, even if I'm more light with my opponents, and I'm usually more light than them. It's just has been like this my entire career. So I'm just a small guy in the arena punch the big assholes, you know. So like, but what I did different was like I improved my nutrition. Now I'm 72. I'm coming from 72 kg. You know what I'm saying? I was like for that fight I went from 67 kg to 61. So and the fight now was 65. I didn't put too much weight back. So now I'm 70. I am coming from 72 kg. I changed a lot of things on my conditioning program as well. My nutrition program was completely different, you know. I'm just trying to be more professional, but it's not. But for a long time, I didn't have the nutrition and the conditioning program because I didn't want to do. I just didn't have the opportunity. I didn't have the whole support around me, you know. But after that fight, even like losing the fight, I have like people now have like a doctor to help me, you know. I have like a nutritionist support to help me out. I have like a strength conditioning coach. So the things around me is starting to get more professional. So I have the chance to hit my best shape. You know what I'm saying? So I'm putting the work in. Now I'm very, very confident. That was not about skills. That was more about energy. I like to say that because if I had energy to fight as a full the first round, I could have beat that guy. I could have the whole night as I do in the gym, you know. But I did something wrong. I paid for it. Now here we are. It's a completely different store. I'm more well prepared for the fight. I have more support around me. I have like sponsorship now, you know, who makes my job a bit more easy because I don't have to do another kinds of work. Now I can focus on training. So yeah, man, like it's a different guy now. It's a different guy. Can you see? Look at the shape. I'm feel great. Feel strong. So come on.
That's it. Made them improvements. Looking good, mate. Looking good.
Definitely. Thank you. Appreciate it.
So before your fights, you tend to scream at your opponent. Is that something to like psych you up, or is it something to get under their skin?
Bro, just came natural, you know. A lot of people ask me about that. Why did you scream? It's like, why do you like to scream before the fight? And some people's like, because I lost my last fight. Some people came to me, oh, bro, you should stop screaming because screaming is energy. So you're burning energy before the fight. And shut up. It's about skills, man. It's about hit the guy and make him sleep. You know, if it wasn't efficient with put the guy away, that's my fault. It's not because did it scream before the fight. You know what I'm saying? So it's just something natural, but it's not something who I plan to do. Oh, I'm gonna scream when the camera comes to me, bro. It's just like my heart. How can I explain to people to get that, man? It's like my fight, bro. For me to be a fight, I'm fighting against. I had to fight every day, you know, to train. I come from. I'm gonna explain that clearly. Like I come from a poor family background, let's say. You know what I'm saying? So my family, they don't have the financial support to give to me. You know, like they cannot help me a lot with these things. So everything who I do is by my own. You know, is training, is fighting to be here. I had to sell everything to came to UK, and then I came with 300 pounds on my pocket. I just had one friend, like, you know, Claudio Silva from UFC.
Mm.
He's a friend of mine, so he allowed me. He said to me, he called me like, oh man, you can stay on my house. So when I came to UK, I had like 300 pounds, you know, and I had to work as a deliverer. I had to work as a cleaner. I had to do whatever to make some money and keep paying my bills and keep training, you know, and keep myself in the UK. So everything what I do, I have to struggle to earn, you know. So when it goes to the fight, man, when I see myself going to the cage, it's like, oh man, the whole hard work is for 15 minutes inside the cage, you know. So I just feel so happy. I just feel so much energy inside of my chest. So I got to put this energy out, you know, to show the people I'm in the arena, to show the people I'm in the house, and to show myself. It's not to them. It's to show myself. I did it. I'm here again. You know what I'm saying? Because you can plan whatever you want on your life, but the final word comes from God. You know, if He said to me, "Bro, you're not gonna be there. I'm not gonna be there." You know, but every time I listen to my name, and then my music start playing, bro, I just feel like, fuck, it's that moment again. Let's fucking go, fellas. And then I go and scream, you know.
That's it. Yeah, you went through.
Just to feel alive, bro.
You went through all of that to get where you are, but it's also to get you to where you want to be as well. So it's, you know, it's built up, isn't it? And you have to let it out. So
yes, man, that's it. You know, it's not about trying to look cool in the camera. I don't give a fuck, man. It's like, to be honest, when I go to the fight, I'm just thinking about how I'm gonna hurt that guy, how I'm gonna make him suffer, how I'm gonna make him be painful, how I'm gonna smoke his ribs, his chin, his calf kicks. Like, I just wanna bring the beautiful violence for myself to prove people's size that they want, because I'm not too small for that. I'm not too, you know what I'm saying? I can do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just proving myself every day I can do that. I'm not here to prove people's wrong. I'm here to prove myself I'm right.
Yeah, we all love that peaceable violence.
Yes.
So your next fight is against Rory Evans, and what do you make of him as an opponent?
He's what I can say about that guy is he seems like a tough guy when he goes to the fight. He has like 100% he's going to try to take me down. First off, with the fight, if it was him and I watched that fight, I would be saying, oh, all I got to do is just take this guy down, you know? But I would be very happy if he's like thinking like this, because I have some surprise to him in the way in. You can try to take me down, but just be careful in the way in. So what I can say about him is good opponent. I'm always going for the good fights, you know? I have a loss on my record because since day one, I'm never picking opponents up. I'm never like, oh, let me fight that guy's gonna be easy. Oh, let me fight this guy because he's not gonna try to take me down. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, first of all, I'm not picking fights. I'm making fights. You know, I'm going to the fights and then I'm testing myself. I'm challenging myself, and then he's a tough kid. His record, people like to talk about record. His record is like 3 wins and 3 lose. You know, loss or lose, I should say.
Losses, yeah. 3 losses.
Yes. Thank you. So 3 losses. So it's like people can look to his record and think like, oh, he's a shit fight. But he's not. You know, he has a lot of experience on that game. He's just like, he's similar like me. He went like maybe 2 years out of competing, but I'm 100% he was training. You know what I'm saying? So I'm expect like a tough opponent. I'm expecting someone who's going to come to win. And I'm not playing with this guy. I'm going there to make him regret to sign that contract. You know, I'm going there to smoke him up, to make him feel painful, to stop his takedowns, to keep in the distance, to change the angles, you know, and put him on my fight game, on my fight style. And then I know once that happens, he's going to sleep. That's like, just like that.
Yes, love it.
Can't wait for it. So I don't think anything has been confirmed about whether there'll be fans at your fight at the moment, but are you looking forward to fans being back in the arenas?
Me too, bro. Yeah, I'm looking forward 100%. I'm looking forward for that because it's like people's energy, you know. And then even if they are there to support the other guy, I don't care. I like people's energy. I like to hear them scream in the arena. Because in the end of the day, in the end of the fight, if you put some masterpiece performance, if you perform well, if you do some beautiful violence, people's gonna love you. You know, people's gonna support. They're gonna enjoy the show. So I like that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to have the fans in the arena. The plan is I know the Cage Warriors had another show on September. You know. So this show, 100% is gonna be with fans in the arena. So I'm looking forward to it, bro. Because, as I said, like I like energy, you know, and people are energy. So I like that. I can't wait to feel that again. And then it's just more nice when there's someone to put pressure. You know, I love pressure. I like to be there. That 15 minutes make me feel alive. Adrenaline is on my body. So yeah, looking forward to that.
Yeah. So with the pandemic then, how tough has that been for you, both in terms of your fighting career and your personal life?
Wow, that was like a weird time, you know. In the beginning was like in the first lockdown, let's say, everything was closed. So, but bro, my mentality is I don't like to worry about something I cannot control. You know what I'm saying? I have my faith, I have my beliefs. So I like to be like, I mean, I just like to be if I cannot control something, I'm not gonna be worried about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave to God. God's gonna carry on about that. So in the first lockdown, for example, everything was closed. I had no fight contract with Cage Warriors. So I was like, oh man. In the first day, I was like, in the beginning, first week, let's say, people was getting crazy. I was like, man, maybe I'm gonna be like one more year, 2 more years without competing again. So time is passing, you know. You don't want to waste time. So I was a little bit worried in the beginning, and then I decided to relax and focus on things who I can control. So I started to leave every day to run, to training. We could not training with it's like the gym was closed, you know. So it's like we have no teammates to training. So I started to hit the bag at home. I started to cycling. I started swimming. I started to running. I started to do some things who I can control and be in peace, you know. Like, so it was a weird time, but I still was able to do a lot of progress on my weaknesses, you know, on my skills. So when the Cage Warriors offered me the fight against Adam Wilson, I was in shape because it was the whole lockdown, spending my time on things I can control. And these things is myself. I can control myself. I can control what I'm eating, when I'm going to, it's like what time I'm going to bed. You know what I'm saying? I can control what I'm drinking. I can control if I'm training or not. So I spent my whole lockdown training and trying to make progress in the small things. I was even like doing some grounding drills with my fiance. You know what I mean? At home. So I said, come on, baby, you got to help me out. It's the business. So she loves the jiu-jitsu as well. So, you know, I was able to, I had like a training partner at home. So I was happy, man. I was, you know, the only thing that makes me feel bad was because I know outside, it's like outside there's a lot of people's like losing their jobs, losing their, you know, their business, their companies and all these things. And or their lives, you know. So that was the only thing that made me feel bad. But I was praying for these people, you know, trying to. Yeah. The only thing we can do is just pray and asking for God to help them out, you know. And but yeah, I feel better for all these people. I feel sorry for all of them, you know. And that's where I'm so happy, man, because I'm healthy, you know. I'm healthy. I have the opportunity to wake up every day and go for a run. I went for a 10K km run today, this morning, before I talked to you guys, just to enjoy it. Like, I'm alive, bro. You know, I'm healthy. Like, I'm having fun, not just because I'm winning fights or because I'm on Cage Wars or because I'm on UFC. I'm happy already, you know. When all these things come to me, UFC, belts, money, famous, all this shit, I'm going to be the same guy. The only difference, like, more people are going to know me. You know what I'm saying? More people are going to talk about me. But I'm going to be the same guy. The same guy who are talking to you now is going to be the same in 5 years, in 6 years. You know what I mean? The only difference is going to be the numbers on my account. And that's the only difference I can't wait to see, bro.
yeah. That's going to remain humble and stay healthy.
Yes, bro. And enjoy the life.
Okay, love it. So what are your hopes and goals then for the next, say, 3 years of your career?
Yes. What I can is, I mean, I've been working a lot, so I like to focus on. I have like different. For example, I have like different plans. I have a plan, so I like to plan my life, like let's say day by day, week by week, like short time. But of course, I have plans to the long terms as well. So in 3 years, what I can say to you is, I'm gonna be the guy inside the UFC cage, make some money with selling beautiful violence skills for the people who watch at home and have fun. So that's the only thing I can guarantee for you. I'm gonna be that guy. You know, if I'm alive, if God gives me the opportunity to be alive, and I think He will, I feel He will, I'm gonna be that guy. So the plan for the next 3 years, let's say, just be on UFC, get a contract, you know, and then start making more money and help my family and travel the world, be able to have more money to spend on my career as well, you know, have a better nutrition program, a better rest, but it's like more rest between sessions, you know, because I still have to work a lot between sessions, like to you know what I'm saying? I'm not just a fighter. I got to work. So yeah, that's the only thing I can see in 3 years, you know. I'm sure that's gonna happen. So, but I'm not rushing for it. I'm more focused on week by week, let's say, you know, fight by fight. But it's just like a process. But I know it's gonna happen. I don't even need to be worried about that, you know. I can rest in God, let's say, you know what I'm saying? I can just rest, and then He's gonna carry on about these things to me. He's gonna take it over, so that's fine. But yeah, UFC 100% in 3 years.
Yeah, it seems like you're more focused on the now than the future.
Focus on Rory Evans, you know. Yeah. Focus on beat him up first. Focus on. I have like four fights left on my contract with Cage Warriors. I'm gonna explain something to you now. I'm always learning, man. I'm a young guy, so and then I like to have the white belt mentality. You know what it means?
Yeah.
It means be able to learn from anyone, anytime, anywhere, every day. You know what I'm saying? So I'm the guy. You can ask him for my teammates. I'm not trying to look cool for you here, guys. You can ask him for my coach. You can ask him for Nathaniel. I'm the guy who, if you came to show me something, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna listen to you. I'm gonna okay, cool. yeah, show me. You know, I like to learn. Not just about fights. I like to learn. If you want to teach me something about podcasts, I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna listen to that. You know, because you are better than me on something. You know what I'm saying? So give me. If you have a knowledge, give to me. You know what I'm saying? I like to learn these things. So I'm this guy, man, in the gym training. So from my last fight, for example, after I beat on my last fight, from Adam Wilson fight. He was the number one contender guy on bantamweight division for the bout, right? So I beat him up in the first round. I TKO'd him. He was not able to come back to the second round. So people around me, not because they had like bad intention. They was just overexcited, like too excited. He started talking about belt for me, you know, oh, you're going to get to the belt. Oh, you're going to get to the belt. You're going to get to the belt. And I start to listen to this like, oh, yes, belt. So I start to worry about something who doesn't have to worry about, you know what I mean? The belt is going to come to me if I make my work, if I put the work in, if I make it abuse violence, if I pick the win, the job is going to come to me. The money is going to come to me. I don't need to be worried about these things. So I went to the fight against the Italian guy, to my last fight. I was thinking like, oh, if I beat this guy, I'm going to the belt. If I beat this guy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's not the kind of mentality that I have when I go to a fight. When I go to a fight, my whole professional fight is like how I'm going to make this guy give up, how I'm going to make this guy suffer, how I'm going to make this guy be painful, how I'm going to make this guy regret to be inside the cage with me. You know what I'm saying? So I can see that difference. Like on my last fight, I went to a room. I was there just by my own. It was not about be sad. It was not sad. It was just like, fuck, what I did wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because I like to say that to myself. It's no one's fault. It's all my fault. You know what I'm saying? Winning or losing, it's all my fault. So I was like, okay, what should I do different? And then I started to realize I was overthinking about different stuff during the fight, you know what I'm saying? I don't need to worry about belts. I'm not chasing belts no more. I'm chasing beautiful violence. I'm chasing my best shape. I'm chasing my prime. I'm just focused on myself now. So I have 4 fights left on my contract. I'm gonna beat that guy June 24th. I'm gonna beat that guy up. I'm gonna knock him out, and then I'm gonna see what happens next. But I'm not worried. I'm not rushing myself now to be the number one contending guy for the belt. I just want to be the guy in the arena for people to get excited to watch. You know what I mean? My main goal to the future is be some guy like some pay-per-view king, you know, because that's when you start make money, man. And that's when people really like to watch and have fun, you know. It's about statement. It's a job. It's a business, you know. Yeah. I want to be the guy. I just know it's not just about win. Win is nice. It's important. It's when the hard work pays off. But the main thing is I want to be able to give some comfortable life to my family too, you know? I want to be able to make some company. And I don't want to be the guy who's going to be competing like for 10 years. I don't want to get old on this sport and still competing, you know? Because the new fellas coming, man, and the times hit someone. The times get everyone, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I want to like have fun on my career as I'm still having here. My body's fresh. I never took too much damage, you know. The whole guys who beat me up, they just hold me in the ground and beat me up by points, you know, like decision. Yeah. There's no one who make me suffer or hit me hard, and you know what I'm saying. I'm always the guy who is like hitting people hard in the butt, and I have some nice head moves, so the face is still clean, you know, still fresh. So I just want to be that, man. Sell pay-per-views, be fun, be excited for people to watch, and give some fun to my family, you know, to the fans around the world. Because don't get me wrong, I'm an MMA fan as well. I like to watch fights. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of fun yesterday watching at the Israel Adesanya fighting with the Italian guy. And then I had a lot of fights watching Nate Diaz, bro, with Leon Edwards, you know. These kind of fights make me excited, bro. I was like 3-4 a.m. And then, don't get me wrong, I love to sleep, bro. So if I wake up to watch this guy, bro, they really got me excited, you know. So I like these things. I just want to be one of these guys, you know. who people get excited, who people wake up in the middle of the night to, oh, let's see what this guy's gonna do, what's gonna happen, you know? That's why they call me Magic, because always some magic shit's gonna happen, some crazy shit's gonna happen, you know? So that's the plan, man.
Definitely. So every now and then we do like little segments, it's like quick fire questions. So we'll just like throw some up for you. So the first one, what's the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
Piece of advice, man, I can say, but that's a hard question. I was not prepared for that. Yeah. Okay, you drop me. So no, I can say like, oh, okay. Spend more time on your wrestling skills. I think that was the greatest advice that I received. That was coming from Brad Pickett, you know, because now I'm different. I have a different mindset. But in the beginning, I just liked it to train more striking.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like, oh man. So I didn't spend the much time on my wrestling skills, especially because it's not because I didn't like wrestling, but I come from a small town, so I didn't have like a proper wrestling coach. You know what I'm saying? I had like a lot of BJJ to training. BJJ, I have a good BJJ coach, a good striking coach, but I didn't have like a good wrestling coach. So I think that was the greatest advice who someone gave it to me was spend more time on wrestling skills, because now I'm able to defend takedowns, take people down, and now I'm become more unpredictable, you know?
Yeah.
It's definitely some good advice. If you had a bucket list, what would be 3 things that would be on it?
3 things, bucket list. Book, right?
Yeah, like a bucket list, like before your time's done.
It's just him, my man. Sign the back. Look, let me show you. My brother's Muhammad Ali. You know, it's a book made by his brother, Muhammad Ali. Is his young brother. Young brother? Yeah, it's his young brother. So this is 100% gonna be one of them. The other one who I can say is like is in Portuguese. Is a book who talk about money and how to manage your money to become rich. Because I want to be rich one day, bro. Come on. So, but and then the second one would be George St. Pierre's book. I really had fun reading that book, and giving me a lot of motivation to how building my career and my character as well. You know, in my mind to be on UFC in the future, because I know 100% when they call me. Maybe I'm not gonna be even like excited, because I've been dreaming with that moment many times before. So when it happened, it's gonna be just like as a planning for, you know. So yeah, I can say George St. Pierre's book and Muhammad Ali's book as well, and the other one I cannot even remember the name, bro. Or but it's in Portuguese anyway. So talk about business.
Okay, that's right. So the next one then, Derek Lewis said Travolta would play him in a film. Who would play you?
Okay, can you ask me again? Sorry.
So Derek Lewis, he recently said that John Travolta would play him in a film. Who do you think would play you in a film like about your life?
I didn't get the question, to be honest. Can you explain to me?
So say if there was a film about your life, you know, your journey, what actor do you think would play you?
Okay, got the question now. Thank you. So, man, maybe some tough motherfucker, you know? No, some fun guy, bro. I'm kidding, because I just try to be tough when I go to the fight, you know. But if you meet me outside of the cage, I'm gonna try to be nice and be a good guy. So I can say maybe Leonardo DiCaprio, you know, because I'm pretty like him. Nah, I'm just nah, no fucking way, bro. I don't know, bro. I don't know how to answer that question, but I will think about. We're gonna talk after the fight, and then I'm gonna bring the question, this answer for you, bro.
Okay. So, away from training, what do you like to do in your spare time?
I like to training, and then no, I'm kidding. Whatever. I like to read. I really like to read. Is the way who I found to improve my English, you know, and because English for me is not just about translation, the words, you know. I want to change my mind, you know, because where are you from, Grace?
Liverpool.
Liverpool, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So you probably have a different like perspective of the world from someone coming from Brazil. You know what I'm saying? Like me.
Yeah.
Or someone coming from Thailand or whatever, or America. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we all have like a different perspective of the world. You know. So I like to read about people and about all this stuff because it's the way who I found to maybe change my perspective of the world and learning how other people think. You know. And because I don't want it to be, I don't want it to be to have the same mindset in the next 5 years. I want to keep learning and improving as well, you know. And so I like to read. I like picnic as well, have some food and chill. And definitely I like to watch, like probably it's going to be about fights, but not all the time. Probably it's going to be about, I'm very curious about a lot of things, bro. So I like to watch about, for example, I like to watch movies about like stories of war from you know, war before, and I like real. I like moves like So read, move, and eat. I can say the three things.
One book that is good, if you haven't read it, is Mike Tyson's. You read that, Undisputed Truth? I think it is. That puts things in perspective as well. That's a brilliant book.
I gotta read that book, man. I gotta read that book. 100%. I saw that on the internet or somewhere else, like, and then I was like, oh fuck, I got to read that book, but I'm still looking for that, you know, like, because I have like I don't know you guys, but I doesn't like to read on my phone. I like to read like books. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Because it's the way. Because we today it's so easy for us to spending a lot of times on social medias on the phone. So for example, it's hard to talk to me during the weekends because I like to stay off of the phone. You know what I'm saying? I'm not expecting calls. I'm not picking calls during the weekend. I like to just read, maybe leaving for a walk. You know what I'm saying? Just enjoy and because the real world is not how the social media show us. You know what I mean? The whole it's like the real world is outside, bro. Is when the weather is great. You know, so I like to enjoy the real world. So yeah, but I mean, I'm looking for Tyson books. Yeah. I really got to read that one.
So the last question then, what is a quality or a feature that you like about yourself, but you tend maybe to not utilize it as much?
Can you ask again? Sorry.
So is there a certain quality or a certain feature about yourself that you might forget about or you might not use as much, like, I don't know, like listening or, you know, anything like that? Is there a certain quality that you don't use as much as you think you probably should?
I still didn't get the question. Can you see? That's where I started reading in English because I really got to improve my English.
Yeah. Try again. So, say like a good quality is to be able to listen or something like that. Is there a certain quality that you might not use as much that you think you should?
Oh, okay, I got a question now. Yes. So for the third time would be terrible. So I mean quality. Like, I mean, Maybe. No, I like to listen to people. Is a good quality that I like to do. Listen to people's. Man, maybe just be okay. Be more patient with. Be more patient on certain situations in life. You know, because sometimes, like, I mean, I know that I said about like I don't like to worry about things who I cannot control, and that's true. But sometimes I'm just like not too patient with myself in certain situations, you know.
Yeah.
Has a shit to do, has a shit to practice more. Because if you're not patient, sometimes eventually you're gonna do mistakes. You're gonna do the wrong decisions, you know.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna survive because of this wrong decision. So I could say like be more patient, like, you know. Well, of course, like I'm 25 years old. I'm going to be 26 in July, so I'm always learning. And then I know, like in the future, I want to be more patient than I am now for certain situations in my life.
Yeah.
And then I know it's gonna make me have more. I mean, like more. My life, my quality life or life quality, you know, is gonna be maybe better if once I become even more patient, more experienced, you know. So yeah, I could say that be more patient on certain situations, you know. For example, when I lost my last fight, bro, I was like I could not even walk because every fight as I'm landing my shots to kill, of course I'm gonna hurt myself too. So my foot's always hurt after the fight. Sometimes my hand is hurt after the fight. But I want to train straight away, you know. I was impatient with myself. I was like, man, fuck off. You could have not lost our fight. So I went to hit the bag. So I could not even walk, bro. So I was trying to train, and my wife was like, hey, relax. Don't do like this. Be more patient. Relax. And so, I could say patient, man. You know, sometimes not patient enough.
Yeah, brilliant answer.
Yeah. Well, Weslley, thank you very much for joining us. It's been a pleasure to talk to you. Best of luck in the fight. We know you're going to get the win. And we'd love to have you on again once you've got that win.
100%, guys. It was a pleasure for me to have that conversation with you as well. It was really, really great. Thank you for the good time. Watch the fight. Make sure you're gonna have a good fight. I mean, I don't know if you drink, guys, but have fun. You know, enjoy the show. I'm gonna be there to put like my best to people like you who love and appreciate physical violence. So what I can say is just like have fun. I'm going for the KO. I'm going for KO that guy on June 24th, and then keep building my name up. And speak soon after the fight. It's gonna be a pleasure. I'm 100% up for it.
Definitely. Lovely. Thanks, mate.